Hi felters and crafters, and welcome. Today we are at the Little Craft House in Saltaire, which is a beautiful wool shop upstairs, and then downstairs there is the workshop area. So we are with Sarah from Seven Hands, and the workshop I'm doing today is a wet felting and free motion embroidering, which I really wanted to learn. I was really keen to have someone help me and show me how to do it. So this workshop was perfect. So Sarah does some amazing pieces. It's Seven Hands is the name of her business. It's on Facebook. So do go and have a look. She does beautiful landscapes. So here we are, and all the ladies were happy for me to film. Obviously I'm trying not to show their faces. And this is the basis of what I was doing. These are all the walls that we had. So in the morning we went through just doing the base of the wet felting. So it was 2 layers, then you put your flowers on. Then we're going to wet felt everything. It will get dried over lunch, and then we'll do the sewing in the afternoon. So these are some of Sarah's example pieces for us to have a look at. She also incorporates material. She uses a lot of recycled pieces. But here we are starting the wet felting. Obviously I can't show you it because my hands were wet, so I couldn't pick up the camera. But the process was really quite simple if you've not welted before. It's not as complex as sometimes it's made out to be. So I will list a video at the end of some of my wet felting that I've done. But here's my piece after the wet felting, and here's some of the other ladies. The colours, you'll see them a bit better later on, but it really, the background colours of these pieces really made the flowers pop. Look at that, that looks so gorgeous, doesn't it? Look at the little tiny white, those are neps that we used. This is Sarah she tried to do a piece, but obviously she was helping us so much that it was going to have daffodils in it. And look at this, even on the plain white or the cream background, it looks really good. So at lunchtime I popped out around Saltaire to just try and get you some shots of all the stunning architecture. So it was a village that was set up in about 1853, I think it was, by a chap called Sir Titus Salt. And he built all these homes for his workers. He was quite advanced thinking, really, and he had healthcare and all sorts of provisions for them to work in the woolen mills. But I mean, don't get me wrong, it was still a hard life. But it's a World Heritage Site now. It's got some lovely shops, and it's definitely worth a visit. All these little alleyways, the houses were really unique. So this is coming back into the workshop, and they have lots of kits in there, which was nice for me to have a look round, and I refrained from buying any wools upstairs. But they do lots of workshops there, like I think every week or 2 weeks there's a workshop. I think this is one of Sarah's Christmassy ones, which is really beautiful. And so we were back to it. So we got the sewing machines out. Sarah was so accommodating, helping all of us. So if you haven't sewn before, she was there to help you. She'd thread up your machine and do everything. But it was just so lovely having someone there to sort of guide me and help me. And you can see how the stitch work really makes a difference on the pictures and brings them to life, which I do sort of talk about later. See, even the glass vase, this is not quite finished, but you see how you've done the white for the glass vase there. And I'll show you this one again later. Really stunning how the pink has changed from the wet felting now to all the detailed work. And talking of detailed work, there was so much to do in this one. There was lots of tiny little pieces, but look at how everyone does everything differently. That's what I really like about these things. So here it is all finished, and I decided to do this as a standalone video. I was going to pop it in my vlog, but I thought it's such a lovely place. I really enjoyed going. Sarah was excellent, and they've got so many workshops there. So if you do live near where it is, honestly, I recommend it, and I'll link it in the description below. So all finished. I have ordered a frame. I was struggling with colours of frames. I've gone for a sort of a light grey. We'll see how it goes. The finished bit will be in my studio vlog if you want to watch that. That goes up at the end of the month, and that's all about my needle felting business. With regards to how you attach it to the frame backing, Sarah uses very small, clear, almost like tags that sort of tag it, and you can barely see them. Living Felt have got a video coming up, interestingly, with exactly this topic, how to frame your felt pieces. So that's coming up in a couple of days. So that is, really apt. But if you want to see it finished, like I said, it will be in my vlog. and I'll show you how I did it, because I'm not going to hold this video back whilst I wait for the frame. But yeah, gluing, I don't know. I've had a lot of people, I think that's maybe not the best, especially if people want to change it. A lot of the time Sarah says, because look, this is the back of it, which is really interesting. Anyway, and so sometimes people like to see the back with, if it's not framed, but if you glue it, then people can't change the frame as well. So we'll see. I'll have sorted it out on my studio vlog. Let me show you some of the other ladies' works as well. I'll just sort of put them up here at the side. But this is, so there were two ladies from Australia, which was fantastic. They sort of incorporated this into their travels. So this one with all the pink, the before picture, you can see it just looks like quite big pink blobs. But once you've done the detailing for the roses, it looks so good, and the vase and everything. And then here's a couple of the others. So they aren't all completely finished, but you can see the striking backgrounds really help with making the flowers pop. I had, for my one, I had a really distinct image in my head that I wanted to do before I went there. So I just wanted to do it. So even though she said maybe put a vase with them, and so most people did vases, I said, oh, I really wanted to do this style. But yeah, all of the pieces look amazing. So really impressed with the work that everybody did on the day, and the sewing just finishes the pieces off perfectly. But yeah, really enjoyed it. If you are interested in wet felting, I'll pop a little video up here about some wet felting that I've done. I'm no major expert, but it's not as complex as it can appear sometimes. Really just have a go for it and enjoy it. Now this is the foot that I have ordered. So I've got a Genome sewing machine hidden in the back corner over there, and that is what we were using. This is the actual foot that we were using on the course. So I'm going to fit that, and I'm going to do some more. And it was all about the motion of moving around and just creating the shapes, and not, because you kind of panic a bit that you have to move really, really fast. And most of the time Sarah was just telling us to slow down and breathe, because you get really sort of into it and a bit sort of, oh, so just slow down and breathe. And it's drawing, it's not sewing, it's drawing with thread. So yeah, really thoroughly recommended it. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Do subscribe if you want to see some more. I do mostly needle felting, but all sorts of things to do with business. I go to wool festivals. Got a bit of a mix on my channel, so I hope you've enjoyed it. Please leave any comments or questions below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon. Take care, everybody. Bye.